Antarctica. 5 million square miles of the most inhospitable terrain on Earth. A land covered in ice sheets over 3 miles deep, where winds scream at 100 miles per hour. For decades, it was considered a barren void, until 2016, satellite images revealed a curious formation emerging from the ice. It looked perfect. 4 sharp, triangular faces, a perfectly square base stretching 2 kilometers in every direction. It doesn't just look like a pyramid. It dwarfs the Great Pyramid of Giza. Is it a geological fluke? Or are we looking at the blueprint for all human civilization, frozen in time? To understand why this discovery ignited the internet, you have to look at the numbers. The Great Pyramid at Giza stands about 481 feet tall. This Antarctic structure, it towers at 4,150 feet. Mainstream geologists have long believed humans never settled here, but the symmetry is hard to ignore. Each side seems to line up perfectly with the cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. Some researchers point to Polynesian legends of culture heroes who reached a land of white rocks coming out of the water. They called this place the land of their ancestors. If humans were here, how did they build something this massive in a frozen wasteland? The mystery goes deeper than satellite photos. In 1513, Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis compiled a map that shouldn't exist. It appears to show the coastline of Antarctica free of ice, centuries before the continent was officially discovered in 1820. How? One theory, popularized by Harvard-educated historian Charles Hapgood, suggests a violent displacement of the Earth's crust moved Antarctica from near the equator to the South Pole in a matter of days. If true, a thriving civilization, perhaps the legendary Atlantis, could have been flash-frozen, buried under miles of ice along with their monuments. This sounds like science fiction, but the green Antarctica theory has a basis in fact. In 2017, German geologists drilled deep into the seafloor. What they found was astonishing. Taxa of plants similar to a rainforest, suggesting a climate once as temperate as northern Italy. We know Antarctica was once part of the supercontinent Gondwana, a lush world of dinosaurs and forests. Beneath the ice today, there are over 400 subglacial lakes, like Lake Vostok, that haven't seen the sun in millions of years. Scientists have even discovered strange microorganisms in these depths, life that evolved in total isolation. If life exists miles below the ice, could ruins? After World War II, the U.S. Navy launched Operation High Jump, a massive expedition involving 4,700 troops. While the official goal was training, conspiracy theorists believe they were searching for something else: advanced technology or hidden bases. Admiral Richard Byrd's supposed secret diary tells an even wilder tale of flying into a hollow earth entrance at the poles and seeing lush jungles and strange beings. Then there are the whistleblowers. Stories of Navy SEALs entering octagonal structures protruding from the ice, lit by mysterious green light and covered in unknown hieroglyphics. But before we rewrite the history books, we have to look at the geology. Experts have a much simpler name for these pyramids: nunataks. These are mountain peaks that break through the ice sheet. In geology, this specific 4-sided shape is called a glacial horn. It is the result of millions of years of erosion where glaciers carve into a mountain from all sides. The pyramid in the Ellsworth Mountains is likely made of quartzite, a rock so hard it resists time and wind, allowing it to maintain those sharp, artificial angles. There are actually dozens of these peaks across the continent. In fact, the British Antarctic expedition of 1910 even named one of them the Pyramid, because they knew exactly what it was: a mountain. So, is it a monument to a lost world or just nature's masterpiece? While the data points to wind and ice, the allure of a frozen mystery remains. Antarctica is 98% buried in ice. We have barely scratched the surface of what lies beneath. Perhaps the real mystery isn't what we see, but what we are still learning to understand.